All right, thank you, everybody. How did you think of that cinema poem? What did you think of that cinema poem? That's just a teaser. That's the beginning. Our student that did that poem, he was like, I can't write poetry. I just can't do it. We said, I disagree. I think you can write a poem about not writing a poem. And he did, and he made a cinema poem as well. So that was a really good start to, and what? There's a tiger in the building. Is this normal for tigers to just show up in the building? All right, so I'm going to try not to see the tiger in the corner of my eye. I'm going to call up Avni, who's going to perform her piece. Avni, are you in the building? Yes, she is. Can we make some noise for Avni? It's also her birthday, so make some extra noise for Avni. Called Barcode.
3, 2, 1, speak. It doesn't feel good just to be a thing. I'm the court jester and you're like the king. I used to fly high, but you cut off my wings. Now I'm walking, acting like the wounds don't sting. How is it fair that I'm the one blamed for every single one of your false claims? You make me look bad. Was that your aim? To just give me your pain and hit me with chains? Drive me insane and put me to shame? You know with every strike, a scar remains. Disappointment and anger are what come to mind. I just don't understand how you all can be so blind. My ideas and your ideas, why can't they be combined? I fear to speak. I don't want to be declined. Now here I am, not asking for permission. I'm asking for change, commanding my transition to end the composition of my life's demolition. Here's a competition, fueled by ambition. I'll escape yours, and I'll make my own roads. I belong to me. I don't have any barcodes.
Keep that love nice and resounding and going, because up next we have Clea with Untitled. Make some noise. Fists in the air. 3, 2, 1, speak.
Living through or living thanks to books. Because when I thought I'd never get through life's death-like hooks, words and pages were all I had, all I needed. Book in hand, the pain and the doubts receded, leading my mind wherever it wanted to be, far, far away from reality and me. Books weren't my escape, they were what kept me sane. I look back and see all they've made me gain, but mostly all they stopped me from losing by choosing to not let myself remain the same.
We could do better than that. Let's go, let's go. Books are a doorway. Thank you very much. So, whose fingers are getting like rubbed out by now? They're like, I can't even make a snap, okay? So you can also do a light tap. You got the little hardwood floor under there. You can just do a light tap. Okay? To give feedback. And if you're really feeling it, you can say, ow! Okay? You might hear that from me way in the corner there, just like it hurts too much to hear this good poetry, okay? So, next up, we have a young man named Trevor, and he's performing a piece called Moving On. Let's make some noise for Trevor.
India, a place where questions lead to no answers, and the cacophony of unsurety echoes in your ears until nothing else can be heard. The economic disparity is close to a calamity, and yet nothing is done about it. And yet, every problem in this disorganized nation is resolved. Not always resolved well, but somehow resolved. This country, which I've lived in for 2 years, is now my home. I wonder whether I'm ready to roam, ready to move, ready to leave this place where the expression on my face is never anything short of amazement. A place I don't completely comprehend, and I don't pretend I do. But having this place ripped from my hand is too much to stand right now. I'm not ready to leave, but do I have a choice? No, and that's the hardest part about it.
Keep that love going for Kate MacArthur, who's going to perform a piece called Girls.
You sing like a girl, you laugh like a girl. You throw like a girl, you fight like a girl. I am a girl. I'm a girl and proud of it. Not all girls are yet. I have my chin high, standing straight and confident. Society is on the prowl, doing everything it can to steal our confidence, acting like a girl is avoided. Girls should be treated equally to boys. We shouldn't have choices made for us. Marriage, attending school, dress, gender-specific roles, cook, care of children, cleaner. We shouldn't. We should be respected, heard, looked in the eye, consulted, accepted, knowing trying to change us. We should. I am a girl and proud.
Are you not entertained? Who's having a good time? I'm having an amazing time. This is unbelievable. I'm always shocked at what the youth produce. Next up, we have a young lady named Becca. Becca performing her piece called Buzzing. Make some noise all the way to the stage, all the way to the mic. Fists in the air. We're going to say 3, 2, 1, loud. 3, 2, 1, loud.
Her thoughts, bees, buzzed in her head. Her mind, a hive, housed more and more buzzing. Buzzing of emotion, buzzing of contemplation, buzzing of agony. Soon enough, the once loud pandemonium reduced to a hollow hum. As the last bee left, her eyelids, like a butterfly landing, fluttered to a close. And her hands that colored the world with hues of feeling and exuberance, fell to her sides, her mind bare and depleted.
All right, so I just want to see by a show of hands, who's ever been to a poetry show before? Poetry concert. Nice, okay, poetry spreading far and wide. Okay, who's ever been to a poetry slam before? Does anybody know what a poetry slam is? That's not spreading too far and wide. Shame. A poetry slam is where you get judged by performances. So let's say we were in a slam right now. There would be 5 random people I would choose from the audience, give them scoreboards, little mini whiteboards, and every person that goes up and performs their piece will get scored from 0 to 10, and you can use decimal places. So it's kind of tough because it's like, what? You're scoring my heart. Right? But it's actually really cool because it's thrilling. You get to compete, and sometimes you win a little money. You know, you get to go on a little vacation. Not really, but, you know, corner store vacation. So this is really awesome because, you know what? I still think these students are slamming their piece and laying it on the line. And I totally don't remember who's next. But you know what we're going to do then? We're going to take it to the screen up there. We're going to take it to the booth. And they're going to show us another cinepoem. You ready for another cinepoem? Yes. And I heard someone say 3, 2, 1, cinepoem. Let's try it just for fun. Ready? 3, 2, 1, cinepoem.
Trapped. That's how I feel. Every grudging day, I come to the school to watch the kids play, knowing that when I go home, expression just seems to float in the air. Self-expression, not just an obstacle I must conquer. It's a fear. Like speaking my hate about my aunt's mental state or making my parents aware that I am here, trapped. That's how I feel. Trapped wanting to change the world in my image, no longer in fear. Trapped to destroy ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram. Trapped to eliminate poverty. Trapped to eliminate corruption. Trapped to seek world peace. Trapped is how I feel. The father of this great nation once said, "An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind." Yet when ISIS attacks, we send our own gang to fight back, thinking we are right. Still, USA pursues because they supplied the weapons. Why, you ask? Because they were economically trapped. Trapped, like me. Trapped to take back what I've said, what I've done. Trapped in a cage with every bar being an expectation. They say they've not achieved much. Yet I beg to differ. They say this world is a strict place. I have to do better. I need to escape and find the keys to this cage, but trapped is how I feel.
keep that love going for Trapped by Abhik. So just to give you a little information on a cinepoem, cinepoetry is, it's not necessarily new, but it was coined by a artist from the city that I live in, Ottawa, in Canada. And basically it's the merging of poetic expression with video or cinema. And so a lot of the times there will be musical production behind it. There's a little bit of performance in theater. And of course there's visuals that go along with it. And Randy Kelly, who came with me for the second time, he's been working on, for those of you who just got here, working with students, creating these wonderful pieces. Next up, I need to make just a quick announcement. If you weren't here for the mic check and the sound check, okay, you need to, and you didn't sign up because we made a new list, please meet me over there between performances and sign your name on that list, okay? Because I think some of you came just now and you might still want to sign up. Next up, we have somebody named Alyssa who's performing her piece called The Truth. Put your fists up and make some noise for Alyssa. 3, 2, 1, sing.
In a world so hateful, someone would rather die than be who they are. When each second goes by, a person dies and a family cries. I promise you there will be better days. You have to be strong and be brave. If you just give people a chance and talk to them, just maybe they're the solution to everything. Each day we kill somebody we may not notice, but after the person's gone, so are you. We tease of whatever we don't have, but never look at what we do. The truth is, we're not all perfect. Empathy and respect, that's all you want, but you don't always get what you want. In the end, it's your choice. Will you let it make you sad or say no, not this time? They pretend they are fine, but in reality, they're dying to scream help. Why hate when we can save someone's life by just one small comment? We keep these Barbie dolls that we're so busy becoming one. It can do so much damage that we can't manage. But how about I challenge you? Will you open up to the people you've never spoken to? Whether if they're not popular, not smart, or not sporty. I may not know what you're going through, but I know what it means to have a broken heart. Do a good deed because one small change will save a life and it'll all be done by you. I'll change, but will you?
Thank you very much, Alyssa. Is that your first time performing spoken word? That's her first time. Give it up.